Hi, my name is Emma and I have severe ADHD. ADHD has affected my life in so many different ways, from not being able to focus to constantly losing my train of thought, to being incredibly socially awkward and incredibly impulsive, to not being able to sit still for more than 5 minutes. It's been a long battle trying to overcome these struggles. I've always been sort of outcast by people, and it's not as common in girls, and it's also not as acceptable in girls as it is in boys. Because girls are, they're supposed to be calm, they're supposed to be good listeners, they're supposed to be quiet, and I am absolutely none of those things. I am incredibly hyper, and I am very loud, and I'm a terrible listener. And for guys, it's a lot easier to get away with. But for girls, you get ostracized, you get punished, essentially. And there's not like really a specific moment that stands out because it's kind of just a collective, it's all lumped into over time, big blob of craziness, I guess. And like I'd be at a competition or something and my teammates would all be standing in a line perfectly still, and I'd be off doing my own little thing because I can't stand still for 5 seconds and I'm terrible at focusing. And so my coaches would always have to like kind of reel me back in. Or if I was in a conversation with someone, they'd be talking about something and my brain would be 5 steps ahead and I'd think of something that was, kind of connected, but like not obviously connected to what they're saying, and I'd really want to say it. And so I just blurted it out before the conversation was even over. And they'd be really put off by that. And I've lost a lot of friendships, a lot of relationships that way. This led to me being incredibly bullied all throughout my life. From elementary school to high school, I've always been kind of outcast. I never had a super close friend, and if I did, I never had them for more than a year. I mean, it's still like that to this day. I've been battling this for 12 to 13 years now. I was diagnosed when I was 7, and now I am almost 20. And it's significantly changed my life. Like, I don't remember anything really from when I was 7 years old, because I was 7 years old, and you don't really remember something unless it like stands out big. But I do kind of remember feeling relieved that now I know what's wrong with me. I know why I'm so different, why I act so weird. And it really lifted a weight off my shoulders. And I've taught myself now, or I've been teaching myself how to think before I speak, which has been incredibly difficult because I really have to think hard about what I'm about to say and how it might affect other people. And that usually ends in me getting in my head and overthinking and then getting lost in what I was thinking about earlier. And it's been difficult. And I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions about people with ADHD, is that it's more than just not being able to focus. Like, it's being impulsive, it's being incredibly hyper, it's getting lost in the train of thought, it's all of that. And it kind of bugs me when people are like, oh, I can't focus, I must have ADHD. And I'm like, no, maybe ADD, attention deficit disorder, but there's so much more to ADHD than just not being able to focus. And I think people need to know that. And I think they need to know that it's very real and it's hard to deal with, and that it's very important that people become educated. Yeah. Thank you.